So here's the little sushi place I just had lunch at. Great place, by the way. Check it out. Here's the Truckee River Path over here. This is the Lake Street Bridge. Here's the Truckee River Path over here. There's always been a gap here. You have to roll your bike down these stairs here and then cut across traffic in the middle of the street and head over here. This is the Auto Museum. It was constructed in 1990 by the Reno Redevelopment Agency. This is the front door of it, but as you can see, now it's blocked off with this fence here. Now, how did that happen? Well, the Auto Museum was sold to Harrah's Auto Museum, the land was, and City of Reno just let them put a fence up for some god-awful reasons, like this is your front door and now you're not going to let people in. Nice. Over here on the north bank, we have the foundation of an old motel that used to be here. It was torn down, I believe, in 2001 or so. This is the site of Chinatown. The Chinese were run out of town by the Washoe County Sheriff in 1907, probably for being Chinese. They just didn't like them. Over here's the new ballpark apartments. Over here's the ballpark, Aces Baseball Stadium. And that's Evans, and that goes all the way up to University of Nevada, Reno, the new veterans facility that's going to be up there, student housing, everything's up Evans. But for some reason, RTC wants to put bike lanes on Lake, probably because they didn't quite think it through, where if they had some way to get people from here to here, they could connect that bike path and the bike lanes on Mill and Holcomb directly up to the Evans bike path and lanes and that entire street, which is a lot nicer than Lake. Lake ends at Interstate 80, so you have to go over to Evans anyway. Plus, you have to bypass somehow all of the bus bays that are at 4th Street Bus Station, the main bus depot that is in town. Here's 1st Street, here's Lake. This is the AT&T Central Office Building, and when this was built around the year 2000, they made a deal with the Reno Redevelopment Agency to have open access, which as you can see has now been reduced down to a gate with a bunch of homeless people that love hanging out in there. No one uses this access way anymore. Number one, half the time it's locked off, and number two is they put that gate there so you can't even bike through it anymore. And there's no major destination, like it just ends here. There's nothing here. So people just, you know, it was an idea that was in the middle of being executed, but it was never completed. It's an unfinished thought. So my idea is, okay, we have this eroding riverbank here with a very narrow strip of bike path that's left with an auto museum that clearly doesn't want visitors. So let's forget about them and let's make a bridge that goes from the corner of their building over to here. Now why here? Why in the middle of this thing? This is Simon's property. This property is owned by the same guy that runs Meadowwood Mall and a chain of other malls. This thing is going to be a huge development eventually. This is going to be a major commerce center, and it's probably going to have a lot of apartments as well. He just bought this building too, okay? So I can even imagine like some kind of a mezzanine walkway that goes across here to his building, because that's where all the parking is going to be. And then on the bottom you can have a riverwalk extension that goes across here, across the new bridge. By the way, this bridge has been slated for redevelopment and replacement for years, and when they do that, they're going to raise it up. So you're not going to have this stairway anymore. Imagine the bike path going straight across here, over the new bridge, right over to here, replace all of this stuff with a brand new retaining wall that actually makes sense for a river walk, and then you can have a plaza, you can have a mezzanine with a bunch of flashy shops and places to eat here, condos up here, parking over here, ballpark apartments. Like, all of this is like the gateway to the Freighthouse District. And then over here you have the bike path that goes all the way out to the end of Sparks, and then this takes you down to Midtown. So there's your Midtown connection right there. All you have to do is make a bridge. Now I thought that that was my idea, the bridge, but no. It actually turns out that someone else came up with this idea back in 2017 during a workshop, a 3-day workshop that the city of Reno held with the public, and it was part of their downtown action plan. The bridge and my idea for extending the, this connection for Evans was actually part of the downtown action plan that was adopted and put into the Reno master plan. So all of this actually was already conceived of by other people. I just ended up coming up with the same idea. I mean, it would work. And it would take advantage of the existing infrastructure, because here's the thing. This, like I said, no one takes it because it doesn't go anywhere important. Well, suddenly it would. It would connect up to a major commerce hub here, the gateway to the Freighthouse District. So that's my idea, and I think we should try to spread this idea to others and you know, talk to the landowners and the developers and see if this is something that they would be interested in, and have it become a public-private partnership to renovate this entire area and give it more business. Because yeah, that's a good sushi place. I don't want him to go out of business. Yeah, all of this is a conspiracy to give him more business. Just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, that's about it.